614 Startups Nation, back to the red carpet coverage. I have a very special guest. This red carpet coverage is being brought to you by my guest right here from RSM, which is an accounting firm here locally. Roger, welcome.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
So it's so great to have you. It's great to have people who see the value in events like this. Why for RSM was it important to be part of VentureDinner this year?
We just see big things out of Venture, Ohio. The relationships we have with Fallon and the rest of the group, it's a really good organization. You know, you got the Cover My Med story. There's a lot of things going on that are just really good for the community. We want to be invested in it. So we're a full-service accounting firm with audit, tax, and consulting, and we're looking for the next rising star out of this group.
Yeah. Now, you know that as a startup founder, particularly a bootstrapper out there are two things that you try to avoid early on that you probably don't need to avoid: getting good legal and good accounting services. When is the right time for a startup founder to be approaching RSM?
It's never too early, to be honest with you. Getting on the ground, getting started when you're getting incorporated, making sure you set up the legal structure properly. It's good to have accountants, it's good to have lawyers that are doing that right for you, and then just making sure that you get the books and records right, you know, so you have your proof when you're going out for sale.
So what are some common things that people misunderstand? Because I think if you know better, you do better, right? So people might say, hey, Roger's just a glorified bookkeeper. What does an accounting firm like RSM provide in terms of value beyond what we might misconceive your role is?
Sure. You know, that old stereotypical accounting firm is no longer. You know, we think of ourselves as first choice advisors to our companies, and we want to make sure we're there for them from consulting, from business transition, from sale processes, from a lot of different things that they're going through, and we like to be there from start to finish, getting to know them a little bit more. Anybody can issue an audit opinion, anybody can issue, you know, a tax return, but it's that relationship you develop with your first choice advisor, which we try and partner with our companies to do that makes them feel that value and that power being understood from RSM.
Yeah. Now, what kind of difference does it make to an investor when you have your accounting right, to a potential acquisition partner when you have your accounting right? What is that? What difference does that make?
It could make a big difference. It could be significant from the standpoint of the multiples you're getting paid on exit. If your books and records aren't right and somebody finds something, you don't want to find it during diligence. That can cost the firm and the company a lot of money. So really what we want to do is make sure that we have the books and records nice and tidy, up and coming for when you do diligence, you go out for sale. And if you're going out to get financing, you're going to get some leverage outside with some banks or some other things, it's nice to have your books and records and to have an RSM stamp on your financial statements. We are the 5th largest firm, so it's a pretty good brand recognition on those financials.
Now, one of the important things of being a CEO is understanding your financials. Not all CEOs come equipped, particularly in the startup space, to really look at the financials and understand what they mean and why they matter. So in what ways do you work with founders to help them understand the numbers on their financial statements?
Absolutely. We try and take it down to the lowest level and make sure that, you know, from the blocking and tackling of getting your accounting right, what you need, what trial balance software do you need, what other systems do you need in place. Internal controls, very important in a company to make sure that money isn't going out the back door. So we just try and have communication with our clients and our companies on the basics. Here's what we need to see. Here's what the financials will look like when we're done. Not the ancillary at the end of it, you need to be the Fortune 500 company right away, because that's the biggest mistake that some companies make.
So now there are a lot of reports to look at. My personal favorite is cash flow, my friend. Roger, thank you so much for joining us. This is Roger with RSM. Really appreciate you sponsoring. Peace.